Princess Leonor future husband revealed. In October 2023, Princess Leonor stood before Spain's parliament to swear allegiance to the constitution on her 18th birthday. The moment was ceremonial, precise, and deeply institutional. It marked her formal recognition as heir to the throne. What it did not do was signal anything about her private future. Yet public curiosity often moves quickly from constitutional role to personal speculation. The gap between those two ideas, public duty and private life, is where misunderstanding frequently arises. This video addresses that gap directly. By the end, you will understand why no future spouse has been revealed, why that absence is intentional, and what constitutional monarchy actually requires when it comes to royal marriage. Princess Leonor is the Princess of Asturias, heir presumptive to the Spanish throne. Her public identity is defined entirely by constitutional function. Education, military training, and civic preparation are documented and deliberate. Marriage, by contrast, is not part of her current public role. There is no announcement, designation, or official discussion regarding a future spouse because none exists in the public record. This is not unusual. In modern European monarchies, heirs are not defined by marital prospects. They are defined by institutional readiness. Any framing that suggests otherwise misunderstands both history and law. That distinction becomes clearer when we examine how royal marriages actually work. Under the Spanish Constitution, marriage involving the monarch or heir carries legal implications, but only at the moment it occurs. Article 57 establishes that the Cortes Generales must be informed in specific circumstances, particularly if a marriage could affect succession. What the Constitution does not do is anticipate, designate, or pre-approve future spouses. There is no mechanism for prediction, revelation, or planning in public view. Until an adult heir independently chooses to marry, there is no institutional subject to discuss. This legal silence is not avoidance. It is respect for personal autonomy within constitutional limits. Understanding that silence is essential. Historically, royal marriages once served diplomatic and dynastic purposes. In medieval and early modern Europe, marriages were tools of statecraft. That model no longer applies. Contemporary constitutional monarchies rejected dynastic politics decades ago. Marriage is now treated as a personal decision, subject only to constitutional safeguards at the point of formalization. Spain's monarchy, restored under democratic conditions, was designed explicitly to avoid the personalization of state power. That includes avoiding speculation about heirs' private lives. Princess Leonor's position reflects this modern settlement. Public fascination with royal marriages persists largely because of historical memory. Many people still associate monarchy with lineage building and alliance making. But in today's Spain, legitimacy comes from constitutional fidelity, not family expansion. The monarchy does not gain authority through marriage, nor does succession depend on it in the short term. Princess Leonor's constitutional role exists independently of her marital status. That independence is a defining feature of modern monarchy. And it reshapes how we should interpret public silence. Comparative context reinforces this point. In the United Kingdom, royal marriages are announced only when formal and imminent. In Sweden and the Netherlands, heirs' personal relationships remain private until engagement. No European monarchy publishes projections or anticipates future spouses. Doing so would violate privacy norms and undermine institutional neutrality. Spain follows this same model. The absence of information is not secrecy. It is standard practice grounded in constitutional ethics. This consistency across monarchies is intentional. From an educational standpoint, the title of this video highlights a broader issue: how modern audiences sometimes apply outdated expectations to contemporary institutions. Princess Leonor is not being prepared for dynastic negotiation. She is being prepared for constitutional guardianship. Her training emphasizes law, service, and representation, not family strategy. In that sense, the most important revelation is not about a spouse, but about the transformation of monarchy itself. And that transformation is ongoing. It is also important to separate media narratives from public record. Responsible reporting on royal institutions distinguishes between confirmed facts and speculative interest. To date, there is no official statement, engagement, or announcement regarding Princess Leonor's future marriage. Any claim otherwise would fall outside verified information. Educational coverage must therefore focus on what is known, her constitutional role, her preparation, and the legal framework that governs her future actions. That focus preserves credibility. As Princess Leonor continues her education and service, her public identity will remain anchored in duty rather than personal milestones. This is by design. The monarchy's stability depends on predictability and restraint. Personal life becomes relevant institutionally only when it intersects with constitutional law, and only then, formally. Until that point, silence is not absence. It is structure, and structure is the monarchy's core strength. Looking ahead, any future marriage involving the Princess of Asturias would be addressed transparently, lawfully, and at the appropriate time. History shows this clearly. There would be no revelation in advance, no speculation, no anticipatory designation. The institution would proceed as it always has, calmly, constitutionally, and publicly once relevant. That predictability is what sustains trust. The key takeaway is this: modern monarchy does not define heirs by personal relationships but by constitutional responsibility. Princess Leonor's future is being shaped through education, service, and institutional discipline, not through marital expectation. Understanding that shift helps clarify not only her role, but the nature of monarchy in democratic Europe today. Only 1 in 10 viewers here is subscribed. If you value thoughtful insights into royalty and leadership, join the community.